Good evening, guys. Welcome to Poetry Corner, and thank you for joining me. I've had to find a quiet location tonight because it's like World War III outside. There's fireworks, dogs barking, chickens squawking, people talking. So I've come inside for a bit of refuge and a bit of peace and quiet to read you Topsy Tickle Town. And this is the day the clocks went cuckoo. So let's get over to Topsy Tickle Town and see what the clocks were cuckooing about. Madame Tillytox was dusting her shelves when her clocks went completely bonkers. Cuckoo clocks sprinted across the floor. Grandfather clock's tap dance. A tiny pocket watch tried to hide in a teacup, but failed because he couldn't swim. Oh, don't start that nonsense, she barked. No good, it didn't work. The clocks ran in circles, shouting, we're late, the space-time pudding is melting. Madame Tillytox sighed, grabbed her emergency tea kettle, and marched out to get help from the only two people who understood chaos. Captain Wobbleboots was doing heroic lunges on the deck, causing all the seagulls to applaud. Well, applaudish, it sounded more like angry squawking. Madame Tillytox stomped towards him, clocks hanging off her like accessories from the circus. Captain, she yelled, my clocks are having a meltdown. Captain Wobbleboots adjusted his moustache. A meltdown? But clocks don't melt unless you leave them near my cooking. Just come with me, she says. He saluted, stumbled, fell into a barrel, bowed to it. The barrel seemed flattered, and he followed Madame Tillytox. Turning the page, guys, turning the page. Professor Fumblebots was in his yard wrestling a machine that looked like a blender fused with a lawnmower. It's safe, he yelled. The machine exploded. Bang! Well, mostly safe, he amended. Madame Tillytox pointed at her clingy clocks. Fumblepops, fix them. The professor adjusted his glasses. One lens was cracked, and the other one was fogged up, both completely useless. Let's have a look. These clocks are frightened. Something has disturbed the flow of time. Captain Wobbleboots gasped. Time? Disturbed? Should we write it a stern letter? Worse, said the professor. We must find the ripple before everything goes backwards, like that one Tuesday did. Everyone shuddered. That Tuesday had been really weird. Guided by clocks pointing in every direction except the correct one, the trio followed the trail to a shimmering, wiggling ripple in the air. So Stumblepants arrived just in time to trip over a ripple, landed head first through it. Oh, it smells like burnt noodles in here, he shouted from inside the time wiggle. He popped back out covered in sparkles. Princess Gigglepants floated in behind them, suspended in her bubble of endless giggles. What a wiggle, she said, a very wiggly wiggle. The ripple suddenly opened like a zipper on the universe. Out stepped a tiny creature with glasses, a vest, and a clipboard looking stressed. The creature bowed. Hello, I'm Tickle Tockle, a chronicle sprite. Terribly sorry, I seem to have taken a wrong temporal turn. Madame Tillytox's clock store sighed in relief. The professor gasped. Of course, the clocks sense you're out of sync. Tickle Tockle's glasses slid down his nose. Yes, terribly embarrassing. My portal malfunctioned. I am late for the grand timekeeping symposium. Captain nodded seriously. I hate being late. Once I was late for lunch and nearly starved to death for 20 minutes. Princess Gigglepants giggled. That was very dramatic. Tickle Tockle wrung his tiny hands. If someone can stabilize my portal, I'll go home and stop disturbing your charming clocks. The professor said, Oh, I can do that. Eyes gleaming. He rummaged through his pockets, which contained a spoon, a rubber duck, a sock full of marbles, a kazoo, half a sandwich, cheese I think it was, and a kazoo, and finally the destabilizer. Stumblepants whispered, that sounds dangerous. Princess Gigglepants whispered back, "Have fun." Bumblepops activated it. It sparkled, it whirred, it played Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in reverse, but it worked. Tickle Tockle bowed gratefully and stepped through the portal. The ripple zipped shut. The clocks calmed down to the street shimmered back to normal, and Madame Tillytop returned to her shop with all her clocks, clinging politely instead of screaming. Captain Wobbleboots swaggered heroically. Stumblepants tripped over a sidewalk and declared, "It's a battle victory." The princess floated away giggling as her bubble carried her over rooftops. The professor returned home to find that his garden gnomes had learned to tap dance, and Topsy Tickle Town breathed a sigh of relief, knowing something silly would happen again very soon. There you go, guys. That is the day the clocks went cuckoo. And join me tomorrow night for the parade of peculiar people. What's that all about? We'll find out tomorrow. So let's go to Topsy Tickle again tomorrow night, Thursday evening, and see why the parade of peculiar people. What was that? What's that all about? The parade of peculiar people. It certainly is a tongue twister, guys. But first, guys, in the morning, Thursday morning, and we're going back to Davy Snow and Lorna, The Tales of a Lighthouse Keeper. This is going to be chapter 8, The Soft Aftermath. You saw him in chapter 7 that Lorna and Davy Snow, they cemented their relationship, confess their love to each other. So let's see how they get on in the soft aftermath tomorrow morning, guys. Until then, have a very lovely evening. That's me and my pink storybook. Very nice. Anyway, guys, have a lovely evening, and thank you for joining me in Poetry Corner. Hope you enjoyed the story of a clock that went cuckoo. Serhulu. So there you go, guys. Take care now, and God bless. Stay safe, and join me again in the morning for Tales from a Lighthouse Keeper, Davy Snow and Lorna. So there you go, guys. Take care now. Bye bye.